Peace, y'all. It's your man Dave with my brother Quest, the man bringing you all things marriage, paying you huge dividends on your investment in time with us. We're talking about love, sex, having children, money, spirituality, life, communication, and anything else to help you thrive and win in your relationships. And guess what? This is grown folks' business. So get ready to make grown-up decisions. You know why? Because marriage ain't for suckers. That's the name of the program. Marriage ain't for suckers. All right, let's get into it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up, what up, what up? You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Quest, your host with the most. And welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. Alongside my man, my man, L. David Harris.
Get on the mic. What up, Quest?
Man, what up, man? I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? Still, yeah, what's up? I heard the bell ring.
Class is in session, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I feel good today, D.
You feel good? Why you feel good?
I don't know. But God is good.
Okay.
That's reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm breathing. You know what I'm saying?
You breathing?
You know what I'm saying? The land of the living. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, dealing with the tail end of this little chest cold, but it ran through the whole house. I think the only person that didn't get sick was Nico.
Man.
Zoe stayed home from school today, so she's downstairs in her room, like bent. So I got to go strip her bed in a minute, wash all her stuff. And, 15, they want to act grown, but they still, when they get sick, they turn into infant babies.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's her job to be a baby.
Oh, come on. I don't know if it's her job to be a baby or not. They pick and choose when they want to act like babies, though.
Yeah.
And any other time they grown. But other than that, man, you know what I'm saying? It's a joy to see your face again. Joy to, you know what I'm saying, be back on doing what we love to do and talk about that thing called marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I love marriage, so I love being married. And look, the queen is watching today, man. Simone has been watching, man. She got her incognito profile watching through here.
Simone, what's up, girlie?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh, shouts out to my man Lucas Anthony, man. One of my brothers, man, brand new to the Breathe University community. Just got into the Thank God I'm Married group.
Yeah.
So he's on today.
Phoenix, stand up.
Oh yeah, Phoenix, Arizona, stand up. Yeah.
You got a good number of people from that is that still Midwest or is that West?
That might be West, bro.
You might have just started on the West side.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. So how you living, man?
I'm good, man.
What's going on over there in the Harris household?
Well, a whole lot of loving. I ain't lying. We got a lot of work, but a lot of loving, man. We got tasks and assignments and work and all of that, but we definitely enjoy ourselves. Let me just tell you that. I'll just keep it simple.
Yeah, my pastor told me the other day that when a husband and wife get together to do what husbands and wives do, that the angels rejoice.
Oh boy.
So I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I'm just gonna look for plenty reasons to give the angels. I'm just gonna look for many a reason to give them so they can rejoice.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man.
Quest about to cough a lung up over there. Y'all throw up one for him.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get rid of that thing out my system, man.
Yeah, man. So,
what
up, Donnell? What up? Harlem World. What's up?
Yeah. Well, let's get the wheels rolling, man. Shouts out to Breathe University, man. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful.
Yeah.
You feel me? For real, y'all. If you for those of you who you logged in for the first time, you haven't heard a lot about Breathe University. I'm telling you that it is one of the best places that you can go to. I've heard testimonials of people who've said they've gone to this program, D, and that program and come out of pocket 12, 15, 20 grand. And they come and sit down with us in one session. And one of the things that we give away for free and they've gotten more information in those situations, and not just information, practical information that they can apply.
Yeah.
And they said the best experience, and it's worth more than I've ever played in terms of any other program that I went to.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to become a public speaker, there's Game Changers. If you know what I'm saying, trying to go to the next level as an entrepreneur, there's programs for that. Take Control Conference. Oh, it's coming to Boston, May 19th.
Boston, the Fighting Irish.
Boston. Yeah, no doubt.
Haiti in the place in Boston too, man.
Yeah, no doubt. So we'll be there in Boston May 19th. If you're looking to go to the next level in personal development, I mean, whatever the need is and going to the next level, it's there. If you want more information, and more importantly, if you're trying to go to the next level of your marriage, you know what I'm saying? Yours truly is the director for the Thank God I'm Married portion of ETA. And man, for real, if you want to join any one of those communities or the community of marriage, we have a lovely group of marriages. And when I say group, it's really a family.
True.
And there's a lot of people in that family. You know what I'm saying? A couple of those people are on listening to this podcast right now. But if you want more information, go by www.breatheuniversity.com.
Word.
And get the information there, man. Like I said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
That was good, Quest. That I felt like this was like old times when you was on the radio all the time.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I felt that.
Oh, yeah.
I could feel that, man.
Oh, man.
You pulled up and got the thing. I heard that, man. You got experience.
I'm just saying, we want them to feel it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna try my hand.
Come on,
Can I try?
Come on.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah. I want to feel it too. Come on.
All right. This program is brought to you by Audible, with more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your Android, Kindle, iPhone, or MP3 player. And of course, if you want to receive your free audiobook and 30-day free trial, go to www.audibletrial.com/marriage. With more than 180,000 titles, I'm going to repeat it just so y'all can hear the radio voice from which to choose from your what? Android, Kindle, iPhone, or MP3 player. Just go ahead and hit that link. And today I'm not going to recommend anything. I want you to recommend something. Yeah. Hit us on the feed. Yeah, let us know what audiobook you picked up with your trial.
Please.
And recommend it to us, because I feel like this is a one-way street, Quest. I'm not feeling love from the other side no more, Quest.
Oh, man.
I don't like how I feel right now. So y'all recommend something to us. Tell us how it was. And let everybody win with that.
I ain't gonna lie. Just now, you sounded like straight NPR.
NPR, yo, are you flattering me? That's like my favorite production. They got the best production in radio, man.
I'm talking about it was official. I just want you to know that it sounded very, very official.
Wow.
So yeah. I'm just telling you, you sound like you did this before.
I might have done it a little while.
Yes, indeed. So this right here, man, I feel the need, D, to make sure I just, like, for real, we're trying to go to a new level with this podcast.
True.
And we've got some of our reviews up.
Yeah.
And we're trying to break the 100 mark. We are trying to break the 100 mark, and we can only do that with the support of our listeners. So if you can, go buy, you know what I'm saying, your podcast app on your iPhone, or if you listen via Google Play on the Android, because when you don't mention the Android users, they come for you.
Son, they turned up on us at the retreat, didn't they?
I'm just telling you, they turned up on me at the retreat.
Like you just gonna leave out more than half of the market.
Android users out. Like, no, I'm not. Because I don't want y'all to come for me. So yeah, if you use Google Play, go by and leave us a review on your iPhone. Go by your podcast app. Put in the search, Marriage Ain't for Suckers, SuckaZ. You know what I'm saying? Go by and leave us a review.
Yeah.
And right about now, I just want to highlight the listener of the week.
Who that?
And his I guess his name in the podcast app is Sai 1906.
Okay.
Yep. And he said, this show is so helpful in many ways. Quest and David give sound, knowledgeable advice that is also biblical. They teach the basic marriage principles and make it easy to understand.
Wow.
Lastly, I appreciate them because not only do they preach it, they also live it with their wives also.
Word.
Thank you for all you do to bless marriages. It is well needed. Shouts out to my man SAI 1906.
That's Sasha,
I don't know
man.
why,
That's
but
Sasha.
that sounds like Sasha.
That's
that sounds
Sasha,
just
man.
like Sasha. Yep,
Yeah.
I was just about do young. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shouts out to Sasha, man. SAI 1906 on the podcast app, and that, guys, is our listener for the week. So yeah, do us a favor, man. Step by Google Play, stop by the podcast app, and please do leave us an app, and we will be sure at one point or another to give you a shout out on our listener of the week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's go, Quest. What we talking about today?
Let's go. I believe unity, bro. UNITY.
Did you see how I spelled that joint?
I love it, man.
Hello?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Never mind.
What happened?
I'm not paying for Quest having sung that. I don't have no royalties for you. All right, I'm gonna put my flip phone away with that old song.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Unity.
Come on, all you marriages from infinity to infinity.
Don't start it, Quest, because you already know what's gonna happen.
Man, you already know.
Yeah.
Well, unity, a key to marital success. A key to marital success.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, D. Come on, jump us off, man.
Yeah. So here's the problem with a lot of y'all. Okay, you got to watch it when people say it like that. But here's the problem with a lot of y'all. I'm gonna just give you an example, Quest. Like sometimes people try to divide and conquer, Quest. Yeah, I've had situations where people, I'll just say people. So if you happen to be on the feed right now and I put you on blast, you won't feel it. But I've had situations where people want to say something to my wife about something that has to do with Simone and I.
Oh, my.
And I'll just keep it simple, whatever that is. And, for whatever reason, you just figure you want to talk to her about it and leave me out. But here's the problem, Quest. The thing that you're talking to her about is her and her husband's business. And you're insinuating your mouth with an F. Man. And fastening somebody else's business, Quest.
Did you say fastening somebody else's business?
Yeah, man.
I just want to make sure. Carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on.
So all I'm saying is, like, there is disunity from without. Like, thankfully, Simone and I got 28 years, homeboy. Almost 28 years of friendship, almost 17 years of marriage. So it didn't work out. You hear what I'm saying? But it could have really messed up something. Because people have something to say. So there's that, potential for disunity coming from without, where people are running their mouth and putting their ideas about your marriage into your minds. And it's not their marriage, right? Or there's a kind of disunity that has to do with two individuals living in the household like roommates rather than a married couple. And, I'll keep it simple until we start really, getting into case study type work. But you know what it is. It comes from within. It comes from without. And the power of unity means that no matter what trial you experience or what success, you're prepared. Because sometimes people can only be successful. Let's just say Simone is successful. You know what I'm saying? And I am a hater. Right? If I'm a hater and Simone is successful, how successful can Simone be?
Right.
You feel me?
But we said it before, like no relationship or any relationship, I should say, is only as healthy as its least healthy individual.
Oh, yeah. How about
if
that?
She's progressive and you a hater.
Yeah. And listen, that happens a lot in marriage. That's the funny thing. And it's not funny, ha funny. It's like, wow, y'all for real? Like, it's incredulous. It's like incredible. Like you really are hating on your spouse for your spouse shining in his or her arena.
But why? I mean, like, for real, why did you get married in the first place?
That's a good question.
Because here's the thing, you're expecting to go. It's funny. We talk about these principles over and over again.
Yeah.
Because and what we do is we live by situation, and I'm trying to get people who are married to understand really in life, period. You just need to live by principle and not situation. Because if you live by situation, they always change, and then you're trying to reapply. And if the principle always stays the same, it's the situations that change.
Yeah,
right?
True.
Why did you get married? Did you get married to be miserable with somebody else?
Probably. Yeah.
Or if you want an end result, or you say you want peace and you want to have a spectacular marriage, but those are not the seeds that you plant in. You plant in hater, as Mary J would say, hateration. That's what you.
So you want the hater? You got the hateration tree coming your way.
I'm just saying.
And then you mad when it busts up your foundation.
You part of the hater ministry. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? It's funny because Matthew 19, I want to say it's
yeah,
19:5,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
says that for this reason shall a man leave his mother and father and cleave
yes,
to the wife, and then the two shall become one flesh.
yeah,
And it's funny because you named it unity, D, but I just took the liberty of looking up like what is the formal definition of unity?
yeah.
And the dictionary defines unity as the state of being united or joined as a whole.
A whole. Ah,
The state of being united or joined as a whole.
yeah.
Like for real, you can't become one whole unless
Oh,
like you can't be unhealthy and be one. If one is unhealthy and one is healthy, you can't be one.
you can't be whole. Like you can't be whole. Quest. You can't be whole. If I'm a hater, I can't be one and whole.
No, I mean no.
I can't be a
Not
whole.
with not with your wife being progressive. What you're doing is the progress that needs to take place. You stopping it because you hating on her instead of celebrating the progress that she's making. Why? Because her progress and her success is your progress and your success. Why? Because the two are one.
Unless she's a loaf and I'm crumbs.
Oh, come on.
That's the problem, though. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying this is a heavy subject, and we be crying in about 3 minutes. Honestly, if people are honest with themselves, because sometimes in-laws become outlaws. Sometimes we allow our children to separate us, which is insane because our children generally came from us, but it certainly came from one of us if it's a blended family.
Ooh, okay, you done touched something. I'm about to. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So all I'm saying is it doesn't even make sense to be married and allow anything from within or without to put a wedge between us.
Okay.
Because you could be miserable by yourself.
You can.
Real talk.
And if you want to
And
be
it's cheaper that
then
way.
be miserable
And it's
yourself.
cheaper that way.
And it's cheaper that way.
But when you get together and you play yourself, it's cheaper to keep her.
Okay, D. So you touched it a while ago.
Yeah.
And sometimes you put the children first. But let me just say this. This is the reason why the order of operations is so important.
Yes.
This is the reason why it's important to become whole. This is the reason why it's important for you to make sure that you're in a good enough place to be able to handle the responsibilities and the requirements of marriage. I've seen too many situations where people get into marriage and you're still dealing with daddy issues.
What's that mean?
And so when and I'm not talking about on the heavy side, I'm talking about on the very light side, because you can fool yourself into thinking that because you're making good decisions now that you're still not dealing with the remnants or the residue of the daddy issue. So when you get into marriage, like there's one situation that I'm looking at, and many of us may even deal with it, where your father's wasn't in your life. So there's a particular way that you deal with the children.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is to be a father. So when you see, you know what I'm saying, your husband or even sometimes husbands, you don't know what it is to have your father in your life. So sometimes you see the wife dealing or your mother in your life. So sometimes you see the wife dealing with the children a particular way and you think it's wrong. Many wives, I know the nurturing thing. I know the whole, I love my babies, and I know the mother bear, but sometimes the Bible says that spare not the rod and spoil the child. I'm not saying that you should black out and beat the crap out of him. No, I'm not saying that.
That would be
but
abuse.
There are times where you need, the word declares that even God chastens those who he loves. If you don't understand what the fullness of chastens mean, look that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, look that up. Mm-hmm. And so what ends up happening is you're constantly trying to protect them from dealing with the consequences of their actions, when really what you're doing is you are creating an atmosphere for them to do even more foolishness, right? And you stay on that. Now, what you're doing now is you're elevating your children past your spouse, right? And what ends up happening is you've made now the children your God. Because, and I say you've made them your God because there's a certain reverence that you have for them when they do stuff, and it's time for them to receive the consequences for the stuff that they've done. Now things are all out of whack. Why? Because you know as well as I do that when it comes to the Creator, thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
I got something for you. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna unheavify it a little bit. So I was a manager when I was 23.
Come on.
That was a long, long time ago. But I was a new jack in management. I worked in the mental health field. I should have known better than what I'm about to tell you. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody when I speak this voice. I'm telling you what happened.
Yeah.
9 of 11 of my staff needed to be fired. I'm gonna just tell you when I inherited them. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
And there was one of them that used to come through the organization and saying, "You cannot fire me. You cannot fire me." She's walking through the halls talking like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is up with this woman?
Yeah.
You know, she was my coworker for 3.5 years. So it's not like she's new to me. I didn't come from outside, right?
Right.
Long story short, I thought that I was thinking of her family when, in her case, it wasn't just because she was running her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were times like she would just tell me straight. I would say, so-and-so, I need you to do blah, 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 blah in the morning because that's your assignment, blah, 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 blah. I am not going to do that. And I'm like, let me get this straight. So you're telling me that you're not going to do that? Well, because, I mean, I was 23, but I wasn't dumb. She didn't not do it yet. So I'm like, all right, holla at me at 9 o'clock and let me know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So my little immature approach to looking after her family was to keep her on board while she poisoned my organization.
Mm-hmm.
I emboldened her sin by never checking it.
Mm-hmm.
So all of those years, 20 plus more years ago, I learned that there are times that we feel for our children in our context here, where we don't want them to bear certain consequences, and we should never want that. But there are certain consequences that are in position to help our children not embolden themselves in the particular error or worse, so that something bigger that doesn't love them has to check them. Like that dude with the badge.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that. You don't want the gavel checking your kids. You don't want the dude with the badge and the gun checking your kids. You feel me? So the discipline that we as parents must have for our children is loving. It's supposed to be balanced and corrective and redeeming in nature. And if we neglect our duty, then the people who couldn't care less about that, couldn't care less about rehabilitation, they'll just check them. And that checking is worse than what we would do. And we can't let that get in between us in our marriages.
Come on. I always say, and shouts out to my man Stanley, who says, like, for real, when you raising children, like 0 to 5 should be your disciplining years. 6 to 11 should be your training years, and then 11 all through 18 and on. Really and truly, you end up coaching for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And what happens is a lot of the times we doing our disciplining in our coaching years, our coaching in our training years, and then we wondering why we getting the results from our children that we getting from. But not to get off track. But when that does that, D, what does that do for the unity of the husband and wife?
Well, it actually, what it does is you mean if it's the on the negative side?
Absolutely.
What it does is actually just manifest that there's already disunity. It doesn't cause disunity. Yeah. It shows when one spouse breaks ranks, if you want to say, you're supposed to be a consolidated front. But when one, and we're talking about the ideal here. We're talking about two spouses that love their children mutually. We're not talking about one that wants to jump off the deep end and do something crazy or illegal or wrong. We're talking about two different paradigms in thought, but you're supposed to be a consolidated front. And then when this kind of thing happens, then what happens? You force your child to take sides.
Yep.
And it's like all we needed to do. And Brian Fort is like, well, his son is 3. How hard should this correction be?
Looking at that
it depends on the child, and it depends on at what point you started your corrective measures. If you're trying to start at 3, dude, that's a very difficult thing. We don't have time to talk about it here, but I'm just saying.
Let me just add this piece to it too. It also depends on how we're spending our time as far as our children are concerned.
True indeed.
Because children have a need to be significant and feel like they're actually a part of something as far as the family is concerned.
Because they are
all the time.
Yes.
And when they don't feel significant and when they don't feel that they're getting the necessary attention that they should get, then they start acting out. Now, once you've provided them with the whatever it is that they need to feel significant and they still acting out past that, then that's something different. But we need to make sure that we're doing our part as well.
Yes. Yes. So, the question is complex. I know the answer, but it's complex and it depends. That's all I can say right here on this program. But the point is, that's just really what we talked about. It's probably just a hot button as a microcosm of this issue of disunity.
Oh, no doubt.
Real talk. Because this is, to me, this is like the least of our worries. But it does turn into a problem in a lot of people's households.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What if somebody is trying to break into your marriage because they like one of y'all? Person X likes how Quest cuts his beard, and she's insinuating herself into the situation. Or man Y likes it when Faith comes in the gym and he wants to do more than train her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you got a potential for a strengthening in marriage, but you also have a potential for something going terribly wrong.
And it's crazy you should say that, D, because
did I just make up something?
No, you didn't just make up nothing. That actually happens from time to time.
Faith,
D.
I did not hear this before. I just made it up.
I'm just
Carry
saying.
on.
But here's the part of the unity that you're talking about. Like for real, I don't play when it comes to Faith.
Nah.
Like I'm madly in love with that girl.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about I'm madly in love with her. Sometimes till I think I'm stupid. You know what I'm saying? But I make sure that my responses are quick.
Yes.
I don't leave no time for no foolishness to take place.
Yeah.
And I let them know quick, fast, and a hurry up. I cut it like this because my wife like it.
Word up. Keep it simple. Clear.
You know what I'm saying? Real quick, clean. I send you a quick message. Yep. I just cut it like this.
Not while you holding the lady hand that said it and said, you're so special. You're so nice. I appreciate how you noticed that.
Yeah. And I keep it moving.
You keep it moving, Quest.
KIM. Keep it moving.
So one of my friends, I'll just call the guy a friend of mine, right? Keep it real simple. A friend of mine told me at some point in my life that a mutual friend of ours was, asking questions about old relationship stuff. And it's like, but you're married now. So you're talking about old relationship stuff. Like, how in the world are you going to bring up old relationship stuff in a grown person's marriage?
Oh, no doubt.
What?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like me looking back when I was in elementary school and I had puppy love when I was in the 7th grade with who knows who. And then, who knows who and I link up at somewhere, who knows where. Yeah. And all of a sudden it's like, so what you been doing with yourself? Yeah. I see you still keeping whatever way. And I wonder whatever would have happened if we went to high school together.
Yeah.
And what if we went to university together? And it's like, really? You going to go down that road? Really?
Yeah, no.
Don't play yourself.
No. See, now we grown.
Grown. Yeah.
We grown. And being grown, D, we know when people like that's blatant.
Oh,
that's
no
not
doubt.
Even hiding. That's blatant.
No doubt.
As a spouse.
I didn't make that up.
Like for real. I'll let somebody know, like for real. And anybody else who's listening to this podcast and you allowing them conversations to take place, what you doing is you allowing my man or that chick who says that to you, I'm sorry, that young lady, that woman, you're allowing them a foothold in your marriage.
True indeed. Disunity.
You married and you allowing people to talk to you like that?
Negative.
Oh, no.
Negative.
Yeah, negative. Yeah. Negative Ghost Rider. Nope. No flybys. No, none of that. Listen, bro, I'm married. The past is the past, and I'm not about to cheat on my future by having an affair with my past. What could have been? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not on that. I love where I am right now. I love matter of fact, the next time you do that, I'm leaving right now. Next time you do that, we no longer talk.
I'm gonna help somebody some more. You helped them. You help them for people who feel bold enough to be able to say all of what you just said. And for the people who kind of punk out on saying because you don't like confrontations, just say, this is what I say often about stuff, not this stuff, because I'm bold when it come on to this kind of stuff. I say it like it is.
From the flamingo into the gorilla. That's where I transform.
Yeah. So I'm direct with stuff like that. But for other uncomfortable stuff, I say, I can't talk about that. I'm not talking about that. Yeah. I'm not talking about that with you.
Yeah.
And then don't.
Yeah.
I'm married.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that with you. Yeah. Is that practical, Quest?
Yeah, no doubt it's
I'm
practical.
married. I'm not talking about that with you.
Straight up.
And then break camp.
Straight up. Peace.
I don't give him another chance for that, Quest. I just don't. I'm just talking. That's me. Because I've seen stronger cats before me go out like a sucker.
I get it. I get it. You sometimes you have your little moments of weakness. We all do. It may not be in this little bit of area. Might be something with else. Your diet or with something else.
Yeah, ate too many cookies.
Everybody has a moment of weakness.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna count this as your moment of weakness, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, don't do this ever again. If you do, I'm cutting you off.
So that sounds like a boundary.
Yeah, that is a boundary.
Appropriate. So that
you said it. This is all about unity. Yeah. How I look, your boys, your boy, oh come on, Stokely from Mint Condition.
Yeah.
He said, "What kind of man would I be if I lived unfaithfully, and what kind of girl would you be if you did the same?"
Right. Clear and simple.
What does it say to me? If you come up to me with that conversation and what does that say about me? You talking to me like that and I entertain it.
Yeah. Negative.
I'm just saying.
Yep. Yeah. So I like to be, frankly, on this particular issue of unity and disunity, we're going over it today, Quest. We're going over. But I like to be able to just straight up say, that's a lie. And it absolutely couldn't possibly be even misconstrued as true. I like to be so cut and dry in certain areas of my interactions with people, Quest, that if it ever comes up, I'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about because I wasn't even there. I wasn't there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, and so that's one other area. And then there's that other, I'll put them in the same bus. Two areas that are big sort of explosion type things that break up households. Believe it or not, religion and politics.
Oh, come on, D.
Politics and religion.
Come on, D.
And sometimes some of us are so beholden to I'll start with the politics part, to the politics part that we forget the person that we're married to. We're more beholden to politics than we are persons.
Okay.
And when I say politics, I'm going to call it politricks. I'm going to say it and look it up. It's a real word. I didn't make that up.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the paradigm within the political system that you ascribe to, once it gets into a place where you're not good in terms of your relationships, there's a problem. Truth be told, I can't say whatever country. The two countries that I'm a citizen of, I happen to know for a fact that a lot of the politicians that while they're on TV and they're doing whatever their work is, they look like they're beefing. 8 out of 10 of them really have a good time together when they're not dealing with their particular issues. And so you're going to let your marriage get broken up when these women are actually friends, except on the particular issues that they're working for? Really?
I'm just saying, like for real.
Y'all not even getting paid for it. Sorry. That's it.
D.
Sure.
I said it before and I'll say it again and I'll sound like a broken record. I'm cool with that.
Shoop.
When you have an order, okay, I told you before, when you're in math class, shucks, even when you're in chemistry class, like there is an order to the way that you do things. And if you don't do things in order, you'd be potential blow something up.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it happen in class.
I'm just saying.
I've seen it happen.
Saying,
put something in water and it's like, wow, that was in water?
Yep, yeah. Half your beard done got burnt off because you're doing some stuff. You did not follow the order of operations.
Right, true.
I even if you are like not a believer like that in the whole, like you kind of, there's a guy like, or whatever. Even if you don't, let's just say that your husband is your first or your wife is your first priority. Mm-hmm. The second thing is the kids. And then you got, extended family members or business or whatever the case may be. When you're already out of whack, it's to go and take politics and push that up in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're already out of whack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The whole purpose is to have the order of operations. Why? Because the order of operations facilitates so many different things, unity included.
Yeah. So now we got the religion piece. Now, religion for some doesn't include God. It does for us. If we're Christians, it does. Not just includes God. I mean, there's a religion, a pure religion that's undefiled. Before you send me unuseful hate mail to say you're not into religion, the Bible calls pure religion and undefiled. It has to do with really being as much as you can for people who need you.
Mm-hmm.
This is positive. And of course, God is the one who created us. And of course, that's his paradigm. Love is his paradigm. So I'm talking about that when I say religion, right?
Okay.
So I am a believer. I hate having to qualify, a true believer, right? I don't allow my understanding of truth, and I'm a Bible teacher.
Oh, come on.
I don't allow my understanding of truth to put a wedge between us.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say put, I don't use it as a bludgeoning tool. Now, I know that I live in a more ideal household than a lot of people do. But even if I didn't, you're not my child if you're my wife. So I can't make you do anything. Well, I could, but it would be illegal and it would be ungodly. I can make you do stuff, but it wouldn't be legal or godly. So with that paradigm, then whatever I believe, even if I'm 100% true, I cannot make you believe it, live it, or do it. Now, I have control over myself.
Come on.
And what you're going to do as far as I am concerned. And if I'm the priest of the home, there are certain other areas. I won't get into that because that's not what we're talking about today. But all I'm saying is Simone is not my child. She's my wife.
Yeah.
And so even if I'm right, I'm not her God and I'm not her daddy when she was a baby. And how that works, I've seen a lot of mess in homes. It's tough. I mean, I admit I've seen some difficulties when truth and error gets mixed up in the household. But all I'm saying is you have to remember that person is not your child. So, yeah, I don't know how you deal with it because it depends on the situation. But don't let your belief system drive a wedge. The only time I would say principally where you have to allow it is if your spouse is trying to cause you to do something that is wrong according to your understanding of truth. Then you gotta stand up. But apart from that, dude, don't do it.
Here's my thing, D, and I'm heavily into the preventive stuff, if you will.
Yeah,
you know
cousin. Yeah, Simone, cousin. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm into the preventive stuff.
Yeah,
like we wonder why sometimes. Like, why? What did you do from the jump? Here's the thing I don't understand about marriage. With everything else, you'll do all your necessary research, all your different necessary communicating with who you need to communicate when you buying your car, when you buying your house. If you buying, I'm looking at my camera right now, my DSLR. You look at this many frames per second when it's recording video. Okay, cool. That this card holds this amount of memory, this lens, like all of that. And when it comes to relationship and marriage,
nothing.
They laugh at my little jokes. Oh, she cute. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he drive a nice little car. He does all of these different things. But, and you just jump right in. And then after you jump in and life hits and all the things that come along with marriage, you wondering why it's not working out the way that you did. You didn't do the stuff that you were supposed to do in the beginning. So as we speak about unity, bruh, yeah, I know that's our time, but.
Yeah. So for those of you who have the benefit of foreknowledge, before you get married, a word to the wise is sufficient. And for those of us who are married and we have an opportunity to recover where we have made mistakes, don't think it's the end of the world. It's only the end of the world if you make it the end of the world. Yeah. So just do your part, learn from your mistakes, seek third-party intervention when it's necessary, don't play with it. And then, look forward to living your life.
D, if you want unity, create the environment and foundation to facilitate unity. Oh, y'all stay focused, man.
There you go. There you go. Holla at y'all on the rebound. Peace.
There you have it, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. Marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it works for those willing to make it work. Real talk, our spouses are treasured jewels given to us to make life better. And the sooner we learn to value one another will be the sooner we become the absolute best versions of ourselves we can be. Until next time, peace.